was coming in properly.
Okay.
So I am going to just clip this here.
All right.
Let it go.
Maybe I should put mine a little closer here.
Let's put this in my pocket so that that's out of the way.
Yep.
And then I'm just going to go ahead and double check online to see how it's coming through.
All right.
And if it's coming through well, we'll hear the audio good in here. So I am going to do a sound check.
Test. 1, 2, 3.
Put this in my pocket so that that's out of the way. And then I'm just going to go ahead and double check online to
See how we sound here. I'm just going to make a bunch of noise.
Just do, yeah.
Until it starts coming on.
And we'll test the levels as we hear it through.
Okay.
Because there's a delay.
Sounds good.
We just have to wait for the delay.
All right.
Hear the audio good in here. So I am going to do a sound check.
Test.
Not bad. I turned you up a little bit because it was pretty low.
Okay.
And that's a long delay.
Mm.
Just do, yeah. And we'll test the Coleman, what's up? What's up is right. It's pretty exciting, actually. We're just making sure that our audio is good. We don't have a camera crew here, so apologize for the setup time. But once we're set up, I think... Not bad, I turned you up a little bit because it was pretty low. Go ahead and talk some more.
Oh, okay.
This is Wayne.
Peter Piper picked a pepper.
That's a long delay.
Yeah. How's it sound? How it sounds?
What's up? What's up is right. It's pretty exciting, actually. We're just making sure that our audio is good. We don't have a camera crew here, so apologize for the... I just want to hear you talk, and then we'll be good. Once we're set up. But yeah, Coleman, we're revisiting or reopening Trading Titans. Yeah, thanks for checking us out. We're gonna be. What happened was I took a sabbatical. I don't know if you watched the video that I released. I think it was around Christmas time. Just saying that I had to say goodbye for a while. I was noticing that the Forex markets just didn't have the liquidity, and so my strategy wasn't working the way that it should be. And I hadn't done enough work using my strategy in cryptos, and so I think we're good. I would like to say that your audio is good. Thanks for checking us out. We're gonna be... But yeah, I'm gonna close off this sound here. If you need some volume turned up anywhere, just let me know and I'll see the comments here. But yeah, I didn't have the strategy down pat for cryptos, and so I wasn't able to continue trading simply because it was at that time it was not my primary source of income, and so I didn't feel right in educating people in it. But over the last few months, I've been really busy just dealing with a lot of the stuff that's going on in Canada right now. And making sure that I've got good, strong communities set up, because I think that the economic crash that we are going to experience is going to leave a lot of people wanting. And so making sure that communities are galvanized and working together, that was my priority. But as a result of that time off, I had students that continued their work. And in fact, one of them is, I think he's up 50% in the last 7 months. And very conservative trading strategy using dollar cost averaging as a strategy, and that I avoided because while I knew dollar cost averaging was something that the wealthiest did, it was more from a holding perspective instead of a trading perspective. But Sebastian, actually, within the Trading Titans community, he's the one that showed me this particular bot that is getting him the results that are very inspiring. And so we're going to play around with it as kind of like a learn as you earn type model, and then reintroducing the algorithm that we did with Trading Titans, and incorporating Lux algo whenever necessary, and then yeah, we're gonna take the show on the road. We've got a buildup of interest with people. I mean, we literally launched, and within a few hours we had our first registrants, yeah, we're excited to see where this goes. So yeah, glad to have you online. This will probably be low attendance just because it's been a while since I've done trading content on this channel. But yeah, let's get the show on the road. Everybody, this is Wayne. Wayne is, he rents with me here in this beautiful house, and we are just, wow, we're just super glad to be able to do this. Wayne's been picking this up at record pace, and so he's actually going to be one of the coaches inside Trading Titans, just helping getting people set up. I'm not going to put him in charge of showing people how to trade, but getting them familiar with the tools, getting them signed up, getting them equipped for what they need for success. And then between myself and Sebastian, Wolfie is definitely on board. I haven't heard back from Fib yet, but again, it's been only just a few days since we got things rolling. And get the whole crew back together, and they're going to help out with some of the more advanced students, people that already are set up and are looking for the guidance on how to get their profits maximized. Format's going to be pretty much the same. I'm going to do some live trading as well on the Discord channel. So yeah, this is just going to be a live talk about what we are planning to bring forward for the community going forward. Wayne, anything you want to?
No, I think you got it covered.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds good.
Again, if the volume is not even, let me know. I can I've got the little mixer here. I can notch up. I got his microphone up louder than mine, but I just want it to be relatively even. And of course, if I had a sound man, they would be able to use monitors and get that fixed up. But here we go. First things first. I don't know. I can't share my screen, can I? I just realized that. Can't share my screen on live. Can I? That is correct. I am out of luck on sharing the screen. So what's gonna be a better way to do this? I should have went with Beamstream. Is it Beamstream? What's it called? StreamYard. That's what I was thinking of. StreamYard would let me do this. Thank you, Thomas. Thank you. Yeah, sound is looking good. Okay, great. Folks, first things first. I can't do screen share, so that my whole plan is actually kind of messed up. Should have planned a little bit sooner, or planned ahead a little bit harder, because what I was hoping to do was have the screen up. How do I stream my screen? Other than, I guess StreamYard is the only way that I can think. Okay. It's all good. Let's talk strategy instead. Because honestly, the charts are important, but this is where we're headed. We want to talk about where we're going. Lux Algo sits there. Some people are still using it. Titans Algo is, people are still using it. It's really a fantastic backtesting system. But what I'm going to be wanting to do is taking out some of the, superfluous code, we'll call it, and replacing that code, because we were at the limit. We couldn't write more code for Titans Algo because TradingView wouldn't, it won't let us process more information. So then we had basically hit a cap there, and we were already looking, okay, well, what can we shave off for code? What are some things that we're just not using? And I want to go into that and actually turn around and say, instead of this superfluous code that's really not going to help us because we're not using these pieces of the tool, let's replace it with a dollar cost averaging tool. So we've already got pretty good idea based on things like Trend Magic, the Zlemma line, we've got the Trauma line, all of these baselines, which you're now familiar with, all of these different types of baselines. And between those baselines that we primarily use, we can now get an indication of when we should be starting a trade, but spread the risk out using dollar cost averaging in the realm of where that trade should be taken. So it might not be like how it was, where it's like a hard close on that bar, that's it, now's the time to enter with full risk. We're going to go ahead and disperse that risk out with using the dollar cost averaging technique within the range that trade should be starting. And I believe that is going to allow for, I believe it's going to allow for a lot greater gains, especially on the short-term charts, simply because the way the volatility in crypto is, I think that's going to make it a lot easier. And then B, I think another reason why this is going to work really well is because what I noticed was that with the Titan algo, while it was 1,000 times better a backtesting tool than anything I've ever tried, when it came to actually executing the orders, it was, I don't know, almost hit and miss. It was just third-party issue. I think that it's going to be a lot better for us to trade some of that manually, but using 3 commas, which is the dollar cost averaging bot, in conjunction with Titan's algo and or Lux algo. Lux algo because it's got a good confirmation tool. Then we've got Lux algo for a good confirmation tool. I would literally, if I'm getting a strong confirmation from Lux, I would just turn on a long DCA bot and catch those movements. If we get a strong sell from Lux, turn on the bearish 3 commas.
Right.
But optimizing it so that we're not just random, like I shouldn't say it's not random, because you're actually saying, well, if the price deviates this much, we're going to increase the size of our position, right? No problem. But instead of just making it a set step, we're going to say, if the range goes X amount %, that's when we start the safety trades. Instead of starting the safety trade right away, we're going to start the safety trade down closer further into the pullback. And then have that 3% risk or 2% risk, whatever people are most comfortable with, have that spread out over an area, almost like a swing trade. And then have that go ahead, and when that extension happens, we've got it in the bag. And with this here, we could actually catch the movements, I would say 20 to 30% faster than without, even just using Titan's algo. We could actually catch these movements 30% faster, I guess.
Yeah.
Simply because the dollar cost averaging would kick in. And an amazing strategy used by the ultra wealthy, but we're applying it to a small balance, combining it with technical analysis. So yeah, that's the goal. I think that, I don't know. What else?
all I can say is that I've tried staking. We've tried staking,
Right.
you know, over
Yeah,
a
yeah.
period of time, and this blows that out of the water.
Yeah,
Just
like
completely,
we're not going to share
you know.
balances. Don't like sharing balances and actual dollar figure profits on these things, just because there's a whole wealth of problems that come in with legislations and stupidities. So what we're going to do though is I can attest that he's got probably close to 10 times as much in staking pools as he does in 3 commas, and 3 commas is performing better than the tens of thousands in staking pools right now. And the staking pools are not wrong. That's passive, right? Strictly passive. This is going to be more involved, but if you can get this the same or better in a 3-day period as you can in one epoch on 10 times the balance.
Yeah, because if you want to bring inflation into the mix,
Oh,
the staking doesn't even, you know, doesn't even come close to the inflation.
Right.
So you're still falling behind, basically.
yeah.
Right?
So let's have whatever we do have in cryptos, regardless of what price it goes up or down. Let's just increase the storehouse of cryptos that you're
Exactly.
holding.
Yeah,
And that alone is a better strategy than I think.
Yeah,
I think it's a
because-
better strategy
yeah.
than trying to mess around with the Forex right now.
Because the market is going to rise
Yep.
on the crypto side eventually,
Yep.
and that's what we want to catch. You know.
Yep. Yep. Totally. So yeah, that's the plan. That's what we're after. We're not going to bore you guys with too many details, but watch for videos in the coming week, especially. I'm going to be sharing a lot of the videos that, a lot of the strategies that I'm starting to play with now with the charts. And yeah, love everybody's feedback. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Give us all the feedback, please.
Yeah.
And
Don't be shy.
I don't know whether or not I still have the TikTok account up. That thing was doing great traction. So if it's not up, I'll restart it. And if it is up, I'll just refresh it. And YouTube is going to be where the long-term, like the long-form training is going to be. And then, of course, live training inside the Discord. If you were a previous student, you're not going to have to pay again. Don't worry. Just send me a message on Discord and I'll make sure that you get put back in to the new Trading Titans Discord server.
Perfect.
And oh, that's another thing I wanted to talk about before we close off this live. This is not going to be like last time in the sense that Trading Titans this time around, two things. Number one, we have a lot more staff support, which is great. But then another thing that is not going to be the same is that I'm going to be talking a lot more than just trading. We are in the midst of a revolution of revolutions right now in so many areas. In fact, some of the technologies that are being built right now are going to form entirely new industries. And so I'm going to be bringing forward kind of like the information that I'm getting at the tip of the spear in a lot of these different areas of our lives. And the business opportunities are so freaking abundant. It actually staggers my mind sometimes. And I get frustrated because I have all these ideas and it's like, how do I implement them all? Well, I'm not going to be able to. I'm going to be sharing the business ideas that I have within Trading Titans because we're not just going to be all about trading the markets, but rather you're going to find opportunities to create new products and services. You're going to find new niches in markets that didn't even exist 5 years ago. And you're going to be able to trade your efforts. You're going to be able to trade your services and your products, not just from a broker's perspective trading currencies, but I'm going to be showing people how they can trade their their expertise, their services that they bring to the table, the products that they create, and
It's all about improving.
absolutely.
Just improvement.
And right now, for people who aren't necessarily a part of it, yes, there's a one-time lifetime membership right now for $297 Canadian dollars. All right, so you Americans don't even have an excuse now. It's like before it was $297
Door crasher
US.
sale.
Yeah, that's right. Before it was $297 US, and I don't know. I feel sorry for them because they're whining a lot about their fuel prices that are still only 60% as expensive as ours. But whatever, we'll give them a break and let them pay in Canadian funds to join. But that will go to a monthly model and on two sides. So the membership is going to give you access to the beta of Trading Titans. It's going to also include some time with Wayne, who's going to get you set up on 3 commas. And you're going to have access to us trading live. We're going to be doing a lot of different streaming. Another one bites the dust.
Yeah. Yep.
And we've got, what else?
Well, setting up a hard wallet, for instance, moving.
Oh yeah, for people brand new. Yeah.
Yeah, for the newbies for sure. Like, we're going to help you try to get your money from Canadian or whatever fiat you have. We'll try to get into whatever cryptocurrency you're interested in. We'll help you set up your hard wallet if that's what you're looking for. And we'll start introducing you to whatever it is you're interested in, at whatever risk level you're interested in.
Right.
We're going to take all that into consideration.
That is the big thing too. Is like, obviously there's going to be some things where people are like, "Whoa, I'm not
Just
comfortable
too
with
much.
that."
Yeah, just
like
too
for
much.
instance, 3 commas. When I first took a look at it, I remember thinking to myself, "Bastion, what are you doing, dude? How many times have I been beating people over the head with a baseball bat, practically saying, you've got to have stop losses?" Well, 3 commas doesn't have stop loss. But now that I've looked at it more, I recognize what's going on. And so I'm fine with it the way that it's set up. But some people might be like, no, I don't like that. It's not comfortable. Great, no problem. I'll show you some other ways that you can still have your money growing for you. One thing that needs to be said, and I don't even know if people are, we got myself. I'm the one watching right now. Again, it's been a while since we've done a show. But this needs to be said. We're going into a whole new realm of finance, one where you have sovereignty over your digital assets.
Exactly. Sovereignty is key.
Since it's sovereignty, you are going to be the only one that can manage all this stuff. Okay, we're not going to be doing, put your money into this account, let's trade for you. Junk. It's garbage. We can't do. When you have a Canadian dollar and you've got all the rules and regulations, and there's tons of different fraud acts and there's more than enough of support with legalization of things and how contracts work and all that sort of thing. For people to say, here, put your money in this account that I manage for you. That can be done in the old system. That's not how it works in the new system. You are sovereign over your assets, meaning that you don't pass up that responsibility to anyone. Now, there is a copying feature, and I can guarantee you that once we figure out exactly how we already know how to set up 3 commas and get it working. But once we know how we're going to optimize 3 commas with Trading Titans, the algorithm.
Once we go through some sort of testing phase for each step we're taking.
Correct.
And,
we're definitely going to be copying those trades for other people to enjoy. And that's where some of the other revenue that you're going to have to pony up is coming into play, right? So there's the algorithm that you have right now. as a Trading Titans member, you can go ahead and play with that, and you'll find incredible amounts of help with that. But there will come a time where we're going to be doing copying trades. 3 commas has got a cost to it. Lux Algo has a cost to it. And when we are done with all of the development on the Titans Algo, that's going to turn into a monthly as well. And, when Fib and I were looking at it back when we were almost close to launching last fall, it was going to be minimum $80 a month for the Titans Algo. And then if you wanted the algo to trade on your behalf with automated trading, that was going to be $300 a month. And then you could do a lifetime, $1,500. Probably going to be around the same. Once we're outside of beta phase, there's going to be monthly costs to a lot of these things. And so you definitely want to get in on the one-time lifetime for Trading Titans. You're going to feel a lot better just knowing you have it. And yeah, that's that.
And we could always mention a tax haven.
Oh, so, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Great tax haven. I hesitate to tell people how much of a haven it is until we are running our programs and our bots on decentralized exchanges. The DEXs are where it's at when it comes to staying anonymous with your assets. If you're using a centralized exchange, folks, that's being tracked, right? So if you don't have your life set up in such a way that you don't have to pay taxes, you better pay your taxes, because I don't want anybody saying, oh yeah, Paul told me I could do this and now the government's at my door. Yeah. So yeah. No, you're right. That the availability for people to have that tax haven is certainly there. And we'll do training on that.
Yeah.
We'll do training on that.
And we're actually looking into something that might help with that.
Totally.
And develop something.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. We're
Radar as well.
We've got a lot of things. When I told you that there were hundreds of business ideas coming into this world, there are. And some of them were just like, we got to take action on this. So we will be. And some of them are really cool, including a DEX of our own.
That's the big one.
That's the big one. Yeah. So yeah. That's it. That's all I've got.
That's about all I got too?
Yeah, I was going to show the charts, but then I realized, I can't share my screen and do this at the same time. I have to use a different software, so we'll do it another time. But maybe the next one that we do, either Monday, Wednesday night type thing, we'll get the StreamYard set up, and then I can share my screen on YouTube.
Perfect. That would be perfect, man.
Yeah. Awesome. Everybody have a good day, and we'll see you on the flip side. Adios.